When I'm not busy practicing my Lady Gaga covers so I can play an alternative Super Bowl halftime show for my mom, I like to answer questions that I get on YouTube, so let's get to it. Speaking of song apps, maybe you can do a review of those for us, Sean, or at least the ones you use. Yes, there's a lot of cool song apps out there. The one that I use almost exclusively right now is Songsterr, spelled with 2 R's. They have a really great a website that you can use for free, and I think you can do like a monthly thing. Now, I had a thing where I got it like right when it came out, so I think I was like grandfathered into like getting to use it for free. But then I updated my phone, and now I can't use it for free anymore. So I might check something out. But I still really like the Songster website. I know Ian has been trying to turn me on to Riff Station, which I have very limited experience with, but it seems pretty impressive from what I've seen so far. So I might do like a review on that coming up soon. But yeah, I'm a big Songster fan. What about early masters like Django Reinhardt, Chet Atkins, and Les Paul? Listen to them much or at all? So first of all those guys are awesome players. My favorite of the bunch is probably Django, the Gypsy Jazz Master. If you don't know his story, definitely just Google it because it's an incredible story, and the guy's an incredible musician. The thing that sucks, though, is ever since I started getting into like recording more and kind of spending more time doing studio stuff and mixing and all that stuff, my ear, like I feel like I don't appreciate lower fidelity music as much, and I don't find myself listening to it just because I think, you know, just doing the recording thing has kind of like trained my ear to like listen to things differently. I guess would be how I would respond to that. But yeah, I don't listen to like the old stuff anymore. And I think it's just because I've just become a total snob when it comes to like the quality of the fidelity in music, which is something I did not anticipate happening. It's something I'm not like too happy about, but I just realized that like the older recordings that I used to like listen to a lot more, I don't listen to as much anymore because the fidelity isn't there, and I think it just kind of turns me off as of right now. But yeah, all those guys are incredible players, but yeah, Django is definitely a homeboy, and if you don't know those guys, just YouTube them because there's some awesome stuff out there, and hopefully your ears haven't been ruined like mine have by this fidelity thing. And that brings us to my favorite section, which is Salty Blues Comment of the Week. Here we go. Play every blues song ever in 8 minutes, no comment. So I guess the question I have is how you're going to write no comment as your literal comment. It seems a little counterproductive, like, I don't know. It just kind of blows my mind that you would take the time to comment on a video and your comment is no comment. I don't know. It's just kind of, it must be like a salty blues thing. I don't know. Do you have any tips for guitar players who want to sing also but have no previous experience? So I think soon I'm going to start doing some videos with Farron about just kind of an intro to singing and stuff like that too, because anybody can sing. Absolutely anybody can sing. I was an absolutely awful singer, and I worked my way into a serviceable singer, and a lot of that I did by matching pitch. So the way that I did it that really helped me was to just pick a scale. Any scale that's comfortable in your range. And again, your range is something that's going to expand. Again, because when I say anybody can sing, it's true. Absolutely anybody can do it. Some people are naturally very, very gifted at it. Some people kind of have to work a little bit harder, but it's just like playing guitar. You know, your vocal cords, you can kind of think of it as like a string on a guitar, except you just don't know where the frets are yet. You just have to train yourself to know where the frets are in your own vocal cords to kind of be on pitch. So a good way to do that is just take a scale. You can take just maybe the first few notes, like I'll take A major, and then just try to sing along with those notes. You can count. You can do like an ah sound, like a ah. And then if you want to try to expand your range if you feel comfortable with that. If you don't feel comfortable with it, do something lower or higher in a different range. That's the beauty of guitar. There's going to be something in your range somewhere around here, right? And, you know, just kind of like slowly work on expanding it. You can always add more notes. But really, it's just kind of being thoughtful and kind of just trying to match up pitch. And then just moving that around, right? In just a way that's comfortable for you. I know it can kind of be embarrassing to practice that if there's anybody around to. But, you know, just find somewhere quiet. Just try to sing scales, and eventually that's going to be a good gateway into maybe singing, you know, more complicated songs or being able to sing and play at the same time. But hopefully I should have more focused videos on those things coming up soon. I love your animation stories. How many more of these suckers do you have? So this is in relation to the cartoons I've been pumping out for the new concept album type deal. I think as of right now, we are through 7 episodes of 10, so I have 3 more to go. I've actually been kind of releasing them 1 or 2 a week, knowing that I haven't actually finished the last one yet. I have like 80 seconds of animation to do, and it's just killing me getting to the finish line. But it's going to happen in the next week or two. The whole thing will be complete. So again, I appreciate all the support I've been getting for it. I really love the feedback in the comments. So definitely any questions and kind of like the making of it that you might have, let me know. But I am going to start doing more like lesson videos on like the songs that I wrote for the cartoons, and like the mixing stuff will come soon too. But yeah, any specific questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we got 3 to go, and then it's done. Any tips on eliminating the annoying string squeak when sliding? So yeah, most of the time, acoustic guitars doesn't have to just be acoustic guitars. Electric guitars have string squeak too. But it just depends on what you think is an acceptable level of string squeak. Like if I'm going from one chord. Like to me, that's an acceptable level of squeakiness. And that all comes down to the strings you use. I remember before I used coated strings, I used to use Diodarios, and I kind of felt that the uncoated ones were a little too squeaky for kind of like my ear. So I use Elixir Phosphor Bronze Nano Webs, and to me, I think that's an acceptable level of string squeak. I know sometimes you can find the actual noise of the strings kind of charming, depending on your taste. I think that really it does come down to strings. I mean, to a certain extent, there are different ways you can play. Like if you're going from this chord, like down to here, to try to eliminate that kind of gliding, you know, it's really kind of difficult because you have to like hit the chord and then maybe stop. You have to mute everything and then just come off and hit it again, or else you'll get a lot of like open string sound too. Another thing you can do to disguise it if it's driving you crazy is add a lot of muting into your playing. Like, so that kind of muting is disguising it if that's not what you like. But yeah, my best advice is just to try a different set of strings. Again, I'm a fan of the Elixirs, but there are a ton of different ones out there. If you guys have any suggestions for a set of strings that will drastically reduce your string squeaking, please leave them in the comments below and we'll check them out. So for listening homework, I'm going to shout out a guy who does not get nearly enough publicity, and it's Bibio. And this is a project that he did, I think it's probably like 3-4 years ago, that I think is absolutely fantastic. It's a cool thing because you get to see a lot of the musicians kind of play what they're doing too, so it's like a performance music video also. So definitely check that out, let me know what you think. And as always, any questions, hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, the website, or the YouTube comments, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.